What's up guys, OverMan here, and as you can see, we're back on Destiny. And in today's video, I wanted to start a new series with you guys, and it's going to be called OverMan's Armory. And in this series, I want to show you guys the weapons that I've acquired by playing this game way too fucking much. So in this episode, I want to show you guys my shotguns, and I think this one would be fitting since Iron Banner is back, and shotguns are a very popular weapon in the Crucible. So let's take a look at all my legendary and exotic shotguns. First up, we can start off with Felwinter's Lie. You guys should be familiar with this one because you should have watched my fucking video on it where I reviewed it. Link will be in the description though if you haven't. And these are the stock perks. It comes with Return to Sender, Hammer Forged, and Rangefinder. Right off the bat, if you just bought it and didn't re-roll it, this is definitely a good shotgun, but I do regret not re-rolling it. Honestly, I think the perfect roll for Felwinter's Lie would have been Final Round, Hammer Forged, and Shot Package. Or at the very least, the combination of Shot Package and Hammer Forged would have been really damn awesome. But that's not to say that this one isn't good. This is probably my shotgun with the most range, obviously, and you can pull off some pretty ridiculous shots with it. So to summarize that review, if you take a look at the stats, the rate of fire is really damn low and the stability is pretty damn low, but the stability doesn't matter because this gun will come back to center long before you can fire that next shot. With this gun, it's pretty much like boom, fire a shot, and then you wait a second, and then you can shoot the other shot again and repeat the process. So basically what this means is you need to kill with the first shot or else you're fucked. And the only way you're not fucked is if your opponent just can't kill you in the time required to reload and shoot the next shot. And if that's the case, you can pretty much kill that person with any shotgun in the game, and it really wouldn't matter what shotgun you're using. But if you've got this one with the stock perks, I say definitely worth using in the Crucible, definitely worth using in the Iron Banner, and I really have not regretted upgrading mine to 331 because it's pretty damn good. I've used it in the Iron Banner a little bit and I did really damn well. Of course, it's a great shotgun. So for the pros for this weapon, I'd say it's got the longest one-shot kill range in the game, but for the cons, you really need to kill with that one shot. It's kill or be killed with this weapon, one or done, you get the idea. Now moving on to the next gun, we've got Two to the Morgue. This one I picked up from the Crucible vendor. This is not a rolled version. Everyone can get this version. This one comes with Luck in the Chamber, Hammer Forged, and Crowd Control. This is a nice perk setup. It's not the best, but it's pretty damn good. If you look at the stats, it's got a decent rate of fire, not the rate of fire of the Felwinter's Lie, but it still has a really good impact, really good range, really good stability. This is just a really good gun overall, and I really enjoy using Two to the Morgue, and I'm gonna try to get some more Ascendant Energy and max this one out because I think it's worth maxing out. It's definitely a good gun. I really like using it. Now, Luck in the Chamber is gonna give you 33% damage bonus, I believe, on one random bullet in the chamber, and I really think this perk is inferior to the Final Round perk. I'd much rather see Final Round because you know exactly when that bonus damage is going to kick in. You know which round is going to have it. With the Luck in the Chamber one, you might miss it, or you might not even know that you got it. Sometimes that Luck in the Chamber round is going to fire off when the guy's just like point blank, and any shotgun is going to kill that person. So in that respect, it doesn't always work out for you. And I'm really not sure how this thing works. Can you just like continuously feed one round into the mag and have that one be the Luck in the Chamber round? I'm really not sure. It's really hard to tell because Destiny refuses to give us private matches, so I can't test these things out for you guys. So I'm really not sure how Luck in the Chamber works. So if some of you guys know, definitely drop a comment below and let me know because I'm kind of confused. And Crowd Control. Now this one is interesting. This can make for some pretty nasty clips, and had my computer not crapped out on me, you would be seeing those disgusting clips right now. This one will grant you bonus damage for killing people. Now I can't guarantee that this is always working or this is always making the hugest difference, kind of like the Luck in the Chamber thing, but with this gun, if you shoot one person, theoretically you have a much better chance of getting a one shot on the next guy that you shoot as long as they come right after you kill that first guy. This is a really cool perk, and it is situational as fuck in the Crucible. However, if you're taking shotguns into PvE like I do, Crowd Control is a really nice perk for killing a bunch of minions at one time. That damage is gonna just keep on rolling, and you basically have got a shotgun with extra impact. Now, the rate of fire is something I really like on Two to the Morgue. I really like this archetype of shotguns. Basically, if you guys can understand me, you shoot this gun, you go pow, pow. That's how it works. As soon as the pump action ends, you can shoot another round. I really like that about Tutor the Morgue. It's really easy to get into a groove with this weapon. I much prefer the rate of fire and impact on this than Felwinter's Lie, because it's just so much more comfortable and so much more forgiving to use. But it still packs a hell of a punch. Look at that impact, baby. This gun is pretty damn devastating. Now, I think a dropped version could smash this one with final round and maybe shot package and hammer forged in the middle, but of course that is the ideal setup for every shotgun. So if you've got a shotgun with that, that's probably the best gun in the game. Now the next weapon we got is the Secret Handshake, and I think Sony Natalino actually likes this weapon, so shout out to him if I remember that correctly. Now this is the one that I bought from the Vanguard Quartermaster. This is a very good gun. Now the Secret Handshake's base range is actually very freaking low, but thankfully you get accurized ballistics and hammer forged to increase that range to a respectable amount. The first perk is Grenadier, which is definitely nice because I like grenades, but it's not the most useful thing in the world. Something like final round, of course, is better. I'm beating the dead horse. Now, shot package. We finally see this perk that I've been talking about. This is probably the most powerful perk you can have on a shotgun. Aiming this weapon reduces the spread of its projectiles. This is so valuable, and it's really going to improve your shotgun a lot. Any shotgun with this perk is by default a decent shotgun just like that. And on Secret Handshake, it works really well. Now, Secret Handshake, as you can tell, has the highest rate of fire of all the shotguns we've looked at so far. It's also got the lowest impact, but that's not necessarily a problem. With shot package and hammer forged, you do get a decent amount of one-shots. But even if you don't kill in one shot, you can follow up with a second shot really damn quick. The Felwinter's Lie is very unforgiving to people who cannot consistently get one shots. Secret Handshake is the total opposite. I think this is the most forgiving shotgun without full auto. It's almost got full auto basically. That rate of fire is insane. It's very easy to pop 2 shots on a guy before he can kill you himself. So this one is definitely a very, very good shotgun. And I would highly recommend you buying it because you can get it with Vanguard marks, whereas the Tutor the Morgue costs Crucible marks, which I think are a little bit harder to get. Scratch that, a lot harder to get. It takes hella long to get Crucible marks. Bungie, get on it. Okay, moving on to the only 300 damage shotgun in this comparison. I thought it would be totally wrong if I didn't include this one. I wouldn't use it in Iron Banner because obviously it's 257 damage because I haven't upgraded it to 300, but in regular Crucible, this thing rapes face. And if you look at it and compare it to the Tutor the Morgue, it's basically the same weapon. Their stats are very similar, just that the perks on Found Verdict are much better. Starting off, we've got full auto on this thing, which is a very nice perk. It's going to increase that rate of fire. I'm pretty sure this perk increases the rate of fire, so it's even faster than before. So that makes this gun very forgiving. If you don't kill with one shot, you'll probably kill with the next shot. If you don't kill with that shot, you'll probably kill with the next shot. If you don't kill with that shot, you'll probably kill with the next one, so on and so forth, all the way up to the final round, which will deal bonus damage. This is an excellent perk because, like I said before, you know exactly when that bonus damage is coming. If you want to be cheesy as fuck, you can use all the ammo in your gun and except for one bullet. Leave one round in, and every time you shoot that gun, you're gonna get bonus damage. Now, that can be very risky because if you see 2 people, you're fucked, and if you miss, you're fucked. So use it at your discretion. Usually I like to leave 3 rounds in my shotgun when I've got final round on. And in the middle tree we've got Send It. Just gonna increase range, that's always nice. Now finally we get to the exotic weapon. This is my only exotic shotgun, and it was actually, believe it or not, my first exotic in the game. I got this when I was just a wee level 25 hunter, and I was so hyped about it because this gun is awesome. It's got final round like I talked about before, and this thing only has 4 rounds in the mag, which is actually a good thing because you proc final round very often, and by default this thing has full auto, so it's got a bonus perk, which is really, really cool. Middle tree, we've got Send It, and finally we have Invective. This weapon regenerates ammo over time. Now this isn't the regen like on the Icebreaker. You can still pick up regular ammo with this thing, but it'll regen a clip or 2 over time. I find that this perk is kind of inconsistent. I never really know when the ammo is going to come into my mag. I don't rely on it too much, honestly. I pick up tons of ammo in PvP, and in PvE I think it does help me out. I think I have noticed it, but I'm really not sure. I wonder. I'm really not sure if it works or not, honestly. I don't notice it too much, but the other perks are what makes this thing awesome. First of all, you look at the stats, there's not a single bad stat on this gun, but there's also not a single outstanding stat. The range is really freaking high. I will admit that. But all the other stats are so close together. It looks like a really good gun on paper, and in practice, it is very good. If you saw that Rumble match that I posted a little while ago, you can see that I use the Invective a lot. It is a very noob-friendly weapon. It's a very easy and forgiving gun to use because of that full auto. The rate of fire on this thing is awesome. It's really freaking good. Now, the only problem with this gun is that it's an exotic, meaning you can't use the Last Word, or Hawkmoon, or Thorn, or Red Death, or whatever. And that is kind of a problem because you can get another shotgun that's very similar to it. Found Verdict is actually pretty similar. Now, the rate of fire and impact on Found Verdict is a bit different. I don't think Found Verdict is as forgiving as Invective, but it's still very good, honestly. Now, something that I found out in the wild to be very similar to Invective is my hide and seek shotgun. This is a dead orbit shotgun. I rolled this one with accurized ballistics, final round, hammer forged, and full auto. This thing performs very similarly to my Invective, and it's just a legendary. Now, the rate of fire and the stability is not as good as Invective's, but the impact is just ever so slightly greater on the hide and seek, so it kind of makes up for that. But obviously, not everyone's gonna have access to it, but I felt like it would be an injustice not to show it to you guys, so I thought I'd just show that you can get some very good perks on a shotgun and make it like the Invective. Now to the point of this video. The title said, the best shotgun in the game. What's the best shotgun? Well, if you caught on to what I've been saying, it's really about your playstyle and what you're looking for. If you're looking for an all or nothing gun that's going to reward a really good shot, Felwinter'S lie all day. It's really going to reward you. Look at that impact and look at that range. It's nasty. If you can consistently get accurate shots on your enemies and hit center mass, you're gonna get those one shots consistently. And for that type of player, Felwinter'S lie is the best shotgun in the game. For people who are looking for a very forgiving shotgun, if you're looking at a legendary, I would say Secret Handshake is probably the best in the game for you. The rate of fire is very good, and shot package is amazing. Plus, this gun is very easy to acquire. You can just pick it up from the Vanguard Quartermaster for 150 marks. So I highly recommend this one if you're looking for an easy shotgun to use. The hide and seek is also an option because the rate of fire is also very high, and if you can roll it with full auto, even better. It'll be very close to the Invective, which I also recommend if you're not going with another exotic weapon. Do I think this is worth your exotic slot? It's very good. It's more good than it is bad, but I think the Last Word and Secret Handshake is a better combo than a legendary hand cannon and Invective, in my opinion. Though I definitely like using Invective just for shits and giggles. It's nice to mix things up every once in a while. And now, if you're like me and you're looking for a shotgun that's in the middle of those two groups where the rate of fire isn't so high but it's not so low, the kind of shotgun where you can go boom, boom, that type of rate of fire, Two to the Morgue and Found Verdict are the guns for you. These guns are pretty much the mid-range. They've got mid-range rate of fire, mid-range impact, mid-range range, and they're just very good weapons overall. There's nothing to really complain about this gun. It's just very good overall, and me personally, I enjoy using these. They're not so unforgiving like the Felwinter'S lie, but they're a little bit more rewarding in my opinion than the guns like Secret Handshake. So that's the end of this one. My mouth is dry as fuck from talking. So if you enjoyed this one, don't forget to drop a like, and if you're not feeling too shy, drop a comment below and tell me your favorite shotgun. Tell me which type of shotgun you like. You like the high rate of fire ones, the medium rate of fire ones, or the low rate of fire ones? I think that's the best way to describe it in terms of rate of fire, because the impact and range kind of just follow, you know? And of course, subscribe for more Destiny videos like this in the future, as well as some Battlefield Hardline videos. That's it for me, guys. Overman, out.